Good morning, class 8 children. So today I'm going to highlight few more terms and topics related to the chapter number 7, conservation of plants and animals. Moving on further, although we discussed about biosphere reserve in the previous link, but the specific biosphere reserve which has been discussed in your book, it is Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. On the left side you can have a look how this biosphere reserve looks like, and on the right side you can see the detailed map highlighting the different areas, different segments of this biosphere reserve. It contains one national park, which is Satpura National Park. You can see here in the middle, in the center, in the map, in blue color, light blue color. That is your Satpura National Park. And this Panchmari Biosphere Reserve, it contains two wildlife sanctuaries. Which one? Bori Sanctuary and Panchmari. Bori is dark green in color and Panchmari is light green in color. So you can see these three are interlinked, and these three, dark green, blue, light blue and light green, these three areas together form your Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Moving on further, children, flora and fauna. There's a very simple scientific term, flora. Floral means flowers. Flowers are a part of the plants. So all the plants or whatever the plants that are present in a particular area, that is the floral life of that area. And fauna, whatever the animals are found in a particular region. Like if we talk about Himachal, so it will be said something like this, that Himachal may the flora and fauna is prevalent in this region, and the flora is this and fauna is this, which is high in number. Next term is endemic species. Endemic means a species which is located in a particular area, which can be found in a particular area. It will not be present in any other area. For example, kangaroo. Kangaroo can be seen only in Australia, but not in other countries or the areas. So that is a endemic species which is present only in a particular area, cannot be found in any other area. Moving on further, Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Again, we are going to study only the flora and fauna, the endemic flora and endemic fauna of Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Means वो फ्लोरा, वो प्लांट्स जो सिर्फ एंडेमिक हैं, which are endemic means जो सिर्फ present है in Panchmari Biosphere Reserve, are the sal and wild mango trees. ठीक है, ये दो जो trees हैं, they are endemic, they are present only in Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Okay, and endemic fauna, it is the bison. You can see here in the picture, great Indian squirrel. Just see how colorful is this squirrel, and flying giant squirrel, the bat. Yes, so these three are majorly present in Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. They are not found, these species are not found in any other area, any other state or area. So that is why they are endemic to Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Means they are present only and only in Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Next, now children, we are again and again talking about this term also, species. Like we belong to which species? Sapiens. Okay, Homo sapiens. Homo is the genus, sapiens is the species. Now what is a species? Children, species is that particular part of a population. Okay, एक ऐसा population जिसमें जो individuals हैं, they can interbreed with each other. Okay, they can breed with each other, they can have children, but they cannot breed with any other members of other species. I suppose it's clear. Like a dog dog can breed among its species, but it cannot breed with a cat because cat belongs to different species and dog belongs to a different species. So this is the species. Next, wildlife sanctuary. The name itself tells wildlife sanctuary means the wild animals. Wild animals, when they are protected under natural environment, that becomes wildlife sanctuary. In such areas, poaching or capturing of animals means killing or capturing of animals, it is prohibited. ये बिल्कुल अलाउड नहीं है यहाँ पर. लोगों का एंट्री अलाउड है बट अप टू सर्टेन लिमिट्स. देयर आर कंडीशंस दैट पीपल कैन कम ओनली फॉर ग्रेजिंग देयर ओन एनिमल्स, कलेक्टिंग सम मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स और फायरवुड मीन्स छोटे मोटे काम के लिए, बट दे कैन नॉट डिस्टर्ब द वाइल्ड एनिमल्स प्रेजेंट इन अ वाइल्ड लाइफ सैंक्चुरी. Moving on further, national parks, a huge term. National park, they are very large and diverse. बहुत बड़ा एरिया होता है जिसको हम नेशनल पार्क कहते हैं. ओके, इट ऑलमोस्ट कवर्स एन इकोसिस्टम. इकोसिस्टम क्या होता है? इकोसिस्टम इज अ एरिया विच इन्वॉल्व्स द बायोटिक एंड एबायोटिक मेंबर्स. मीन्स उसमें आपके living and non-living organisms, they are living in together in harmony with each other. जैसे हम एक हाउस में रह रहे हैं. हाउस इज नॉन लिविंग बट वी आर इन रिलेशन विद द हाउस, वी आर इन रिलेशन विद द प्लांट्स, वी आर इन रिलेशन विद द स्काई. सो दिस इज एन इकोसिस्टम. ठीक है. सो एक नेशनल पार्क में एन इकोसिस्टम इज बीइंग कवर्ड एंड विच वाज द फर्स्ट reserve forest in India. It was Satpura National Park. What was it? Satpura National Park. It was the first national park of India. Now almost 100 national parks are there in our country, India. But please remember the difference. In wildlife sanctuary, people interference is allowed up to a certain extent, but in a national park, no people entry is there. Okay? No grazing, no poaching, no hunting, no capturing of animals and no collection of wood is allowed. अब ये जो नेशनल पार्क है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल द पंचमढ़ी बायोस्फीयर रिजर्व अबाउट विच वी आर टॉकिंग, इसमें 55 रॉक शेल्टर्स आर फाउंड. मीन्स दोज रॉक्स जिनमें की प्री हिस्टोरिक लाइफ के इम्प्रिंट्स हैं. ओके, यू कैन सी लाइक प्रिमिटिव मैन, उनके इम्प्रिंट्स हैं उन रॉक्स पर which are visible in the form of as if they are fighting, hunting or dancing. ठीक है. And some tribal people, they are still living in these national parks. There was also one project launched related to saving the tiger. It was Satpura Tiger Reserve. Okay, under this Satpura Tiger Reserve, Project Tiger was launched, जिसमें कि टाइगर को बचाना था. ओके, सो दैट इट कुड नॉट बिकम एक्सटिंक्ट, वो ख़त्म ही ना हो जाता कि एक भी टाइगर हमें ना दिखे. सो दैट वाज द प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर ओपनड इन दिस नेशनल पार्क. फाइन. नेक्स्ट टर्म कम्स endangered animals. Now who are endangered? Endangered, the term is telling those animals which are in danger, जिनकी लाइफ, जिनकी ज़िंदगी को खतरा है. ठीक है, ड्यू टू n number of reasons. So those animals who are at the peak of getting extinct, they are endangered animals. And it's not like that big, huge animals like elephant, tiger, lion, they are going to be extinct. Even small animals like frog, grasshoppers, they are also facing the threat of extinction. Okay? And if these small animals get extinct, like ants also, ठीक है. So what happens? Our whole ecosystem gets disturbed. क्यों? Because ये जो animals हैं, they are the part of the food chain. For example, grass के ऊपर a grasshopper is feeding, grasshopper के ऊपर frog, and frog के ऊपर snake, and snake के ऊपर eagle. अगर suppose grasshopper dies, complete grasshoppers, they get extinct, ख़त्म हो गए, है ही नहीं. फ्रॉग कैन नॉट ईट द ग्रास. अब ग्रास को तो खाने वाला कोई बचा नहीं, बहुत ही कम एनिमल्स और होंगे जो खा रहे होंगे. सो दैट ग्रास विल फ्लरिश मोर एंड मोर. ठीक है, बहुत ज़्यादा अनवांटेड ग्रो करेगी वो, जिसकी वजह से इट विल हैम्पर द ग्रोथ ऑफ सम अदर ऑर्गेनिजम्स ऑल्सो, एंड अल्टीमेटली इट विल डिस्टर्ब द फूड चेन एंड देन द फूड web, which will ultimately finally disturb the complete ecosystem. So even the small animals, even one single insect is important, is a part and parcel of the ecosystem. किसी को भी ख़त्म नहीं करना है. They all are playing a very healthy role in the maintenance of the ecosystem. Next is children, this is the picture of the red data book. अब ये पता कैसे चलता है, कौन मेंटेन कर रहा है ये रिकॉर्ड की अब ये वाला प्लांट एक्सटिंक्ट होने की कगार पर है, और दिस प्लांट विल बी एक्सटिंक्ट विद इन फ्यू ईयर्स इफ नॉट टेकन केयर, और दिस एनिमल it is vulnerable now, it is at the peak of extinction. So it is this red data book. The research is done, study is done about particular plant and animal, and the plant, it is mentioned under this IUCN plant red data book, and animals are mentioned in the animals red data book. It is done internationally as well as in our country. This red data record is maintained. Very simple now. Migration is children, when large number of birds, they migrate from one area to another. There can be many reasons. One of the biggest reason is change in the climate, change in the weather. Like for example, the Siberian cranes, they migrate from Russia to India, traveling, I don't know how many kilometers they travel. Yes, why? Because in Russia it becomes extremely cold, and that is the very time when they have to lay down their eggs. They cannot give their eggs in such a harsh cold climate, so they shift to our country. Fine. So this is migration, and Siberian cranes are the migratory birds. Next is recycling of paper. Very important, children. Just remember, children, 1 ton of paper is created by complete 17 fully grown trees. बड़े बड़े पेड़ों से 17 trees को कट करके हमें 1 ton of paper मिलता है. So it's our moral duty, it's your and my moral duty that we should not waste the paper. Okay, if we'll not waste the paper, it means we are not going to waste our trees, and yes, trees are going to supply us a healthy ecosystem, which will ultimately be a good option for our good health. See children, a paper can be recycled 5 to 6 times. ठीक है, and yes, अगर recycling of paper करते हैं तो what, again and again making paper in paper mills also involves many chemicals, harmful chemicals. तो उन harmful chemicals का usage भी कम हो जाता है. ठीक है, so this is a sort of benefit for the environment and for us also. Last topic, reforestation. Now if the trees are being removed by us for some purpose, again it's our duty to grow that many trees as much we have removed in the environment, to do reforestation, regrow the trees. And this cannot be done only artificially by us, it can be done naturally also by the nature. ठीक है, if an area is left vacant for some time, जिसमें डिफॉरेस्टेशन किया था, ट्रीज़ को कट किया था, उसको छोड़ दें, तो आफ्टर सम टाइम द ट्रीज़ विल बी ग्रोइंग अगेन, एंड दिस मेथड इज रेफर्ड टू एज अ reforestation. I suppose it is clear, children.